Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled in honor and memory of Rav Ovadya Yosaif on his 5th Yortzeit, of Ovadya's approach to Psak. It's a very big and complicated topic, but just to mention a few points. Rav Ovadya was maybe one of the biggest buckies in terms of his range of knowledge of Torah and Halacha and all sources. He was one of the greatest Yadut that we've ever had in our history. And you'll say, Myers, how could you say such a thing? He had the Magen of Avram, Rabbi Kiva Eger, Gedolim, the Gra. What does that mean? So it's a simple answer. He lived till 2013. The amount of literature that we have today surpasses all previous generations. We have the Gemara, we have the Bavli, Rishon, we've had that for generations. We have the Gaonim, Rishonim, Shulchan Aruch, Achronim. And then you have Tshuvos and Chidushim written in every generation. So Rav Ovadya, his approach was to know what everyone has to say. If there's a Shelotu Tshuvot that the chief rabbi of Tel Aviv wrote, that to Mishpat Uziel, the chief rabbi from Israel a few decades ago wrote, he wants to know. That was his approach, to have a feel for what everyone has to say. So he just had a phenomenal memory, not from this world. So he mastered all Torah literature, all the Gemara. Obviously, he knew by heart with the classical Rishonim, Shulchan Aruch, and the Achron, and that he knew that's given. But all the Tshuvot of Rav Moshe Feinstein, it's Eliezer, everything. So his Bekiyat, his range was just different than others. Rav Moshe Feinstein, plenty of times, he'll ask Rav Moshe a shaila about what is said in this sefer. He says, I don't have the book. And Rav Moshe was comfortable going to the Gemara, the Rishonim, the Shulchan Aruch, the main Achronim, and he didn't feel a need to go through every posake's writings and literature. It was a different approach Rav Moshe had than Rav Ovadya. So you'll find plenty of times Rav Moshe, I don't have the book with me, especially in the summers when he was upstate New York. He didn't have that many sfam, but he still wrote his tshuvas. It was a different approach. Rav Moshe more independent-minded, like the Chazon Ish type. Rav Ovadya wanted to see all the information. So, he had a different approach to Psak. He wanted to get all the information in. That's number one. Number two, because of that Psak, he became a bucky in Torah literature that just surpassed everyone, maybe everyone in human history, in Jewish history, because of his approach and his memory. Three, when he paskins, you see the beauty of the person. A person goes in and says, this and this was going on. A rabbi community says, this was going on in the shul. What should I do? So sometimes Rav Ovadya would say, it's a minhag shtus, it's wrong. That what they're doing in the shul is wrong. It's the minhag that they started from the rabbi before you. It has no basis, and it's a minhag shtus. Sometimes we have minhag which is just wrong. But when he goes and he shows it based on sources that this minhag has no basis and halacha, what the shul is doing is wrong, you see the way he speaks to the rabbi. And he tells the rabbi who's asking the question how he has to talk so nicely to the kehillah and make it clear that you're just trying to work together and help them. Don't come down hard on them. Don't present it in a harsh manner. They're not going to receive it otherwise. You see Rav Ovadya's Bekiyas, his extraordinary knowledge of Torah and his analysis, and you see his loving care for the Jewish people as he gently tries to guide them and nudge them a step further in their yadus and in their spirituality. 5 years since he passed away, a giant of a person, a giant of a posek. May his memory always be for a blessing. Shalom.